Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
A good Tuesday evening to you. Welcome inside the Bruin Den. It's Bruins country hosting the second night of the Lions All-Star Basketball Series. And let's get you caught up real quick on our first night of action that we had over at Bismarck Legacy. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. For the girls' side, they got off to a fast start with a triple-digit scoring appearance from the Class A and B side, winning 101-73 in a dominant fashion, a 28-point victory where they were down at halftime, actually, and outscored AA by 31 in the second half, led by Sophia Headley's 23 points and 4 3-point makes. On the other side, Brooklyn Felkley in her last game on the Bismarck Legacy floor in high school. Felkley goes for 21 points and 14 rebounds to pace the AA roster, but they only made a couple threes all night and had 32 turnovers, which was the bugaboo for that roster. I'm Josh Boyko alongside Chase Miller here at Fargo South, and we will get to a quick break here, but then come right back with some of our keys to the game and what we're looking forward to around the break.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do. Red River Valley Speedway. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
We're back this weekend with 2 action-packed nights of racing at the Red River Valley Speedway. Friday night, it's NLRA late models and IMCA stock car meet and greet. Sponsored by Miller Lite, Corwin, OK Tire, and JDP Electric. Saturday, it's King of the Wings and Hall of Fame night. Sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings, Superior Customs, Magnum Custom Homes, and Brenco. For details, log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com.
Welcome back to the Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Josh Boyko alongside Chase Miller, and Jacob Anderson joins us on the camera and producing here tonight for night 2 of Lions All-Star Basketball. It's time for a recap of how the girls game went. The 101-73 victory for the Class A-B roster last night. Chase Miller, what stood out to you?
Yeah, the run to start the second half, that 2-minute, 17-second run. It was a double-digit run, and AB never relinquished that lead. Obviously, turnovers were the main thing. You can't have 32 turnovers in a basketball game if you're AA expecting to come out on top in a game like that. And then also, if you're AB, can you shoot it as well as he did last night with the 16 three-pointers, just from a team perspective? A couple of standout players. You already alluded to a couple of them here earlier, Josh, but Sophia Headley, obviously she had herself a whale of a performance. Also from there, kind of nice combination by Kira Beckman, I thought, from Botno. And then just, really good balance across the board for AB team for head coach Jimmy Howard and Mike Zimmer. On the opposite side for AA girls, Brooklyn Felkley was the story and some with a double-double in the first half. They just didn't really have anybody consistently being that number 2, number 3 scorer. I thought Josh just kind of could take the game over in their own right. We'll see if that makes a little bit of a change tonight. Can someone like a Nora Roney get the offense going? Can a Grace Steele, get to the rim as we saw a couple times yesterday, create for some teammates? Benning had a couple of nice threes in that game. Aberley had a nice performance, I thought, as well. But the biggest thing was when Felkley wasn't on the floor, you just saw AA be maybe a little bit more stagnant in the offensive front court.
Yeah, I agree, and I think some of the Eastern players, the EDC players, have a chance to stand out for this AA roster. Whether it's a Lauren Reardon or someone from that east side maybe has a chance to come and become that second scorer here tonight.
And that's going to be the question. Second time around, what are some of the wrinkles or the adjustments made by the coaches? How are they going to maybe defend or go attack a player on a matchup assignment as the game moves along? So those are going to be the little things as we get into this particular contest, both for the girls and the boys game moving up. But we'll see. I think we'll have probably a better start to the first half for both. Both were kind of tentative a little bit in the first 4 or 5 minutes. Not a lot of action was going on. A low-scoring first half. Then the second half, obviously, as we alluded to, AB found their rhythm and some, Josh. So we'll see, I think, better start tonight for both teams. That could go a long way.
And then lastly, real quick, just what do you think, do we see some regression to the mean for the good side with AA, with just less turnovers and more made threes, and then maybe regression to the mean with Class A-B not making 16 threes perhaps?
Yeah, and both teams want to get up and run, right? And so transition's always good. The thing is, even though these players maybe have played AAU or travel ball with each other, even though they might be in different school districts, you're still not there every day understanding how do you like a bounce pass, where do I need to lead you on a cross-court skip. So transition, both teams obviously want to have the chance to do that, but it was the transition game where you maybe, instead of going in second gear, you went up to fourth gear, and that's where you just saw the extra little pass, Josh. So both teams are going to want to run the floor. Going to be curious to see how they work. I know AB kind of did 2.5 3-minute rotations. AA maybe did an extra minute or so. We'll see if that changes or is similar tonight. So I think that's going to be also inside the game between the coaches on just kind of how you substitute a little bit here in the second game as well.
Looking forward to how it goes down here tonight at the Bruins Den for night 2 of Lions All-Star Basketball. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Stay tuned. We'll get you a recap of the boys game from night number 1 when we come back.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Welcome back to our Irie Insurance pregame show as Betsy's Battalion is in full force here, visiting from Shiloh Christian across the way here. So got some the Western Dakota Conference showing some support here on night number 2 of the Lions All-Star Basketball Series, the 49th annual, in fact. And let's get you a rundown of the boys All-Star Game Night 1. Chase Miller, what stood out to you through night 1 from the boys?
Yeah, 99 points by AA, knocking on the door of that 100-point mark in their win over the AB boys. Similar to the girls' game where AA kind of put the game away in the second half as the AB girls put the game away in the second half on night number 1 at Bismarck Legacy. Taking a look at some of the players that stood out. Peyton Shell from Minot, 4 threes, 24.7 rebounds. We had him down for 6 blocks. He might have had a couple more than that, but he just had a really phenomenal performance. Hudson Sheldon, obviously, with some high-flying, acrobatic, spectacular performance with a couple of dunks. He had a 3. Hudson Sheldon was one of those players from the West that were pretty consistent, and I think a guy like a Bonfils Loria, Pierce Parks could possibly go off a little bit later here tonight from Red River and West Fargo, respectively. Well, for the AB boys, Jet Lundin got going early, had 7 points in about the opening 2.5 minutes. He would finish with a team-high 22 from Bishop Ryan for Jet Lundin, and then from there, Carson Ossie got going in the second half, 14 points, 4 rebounds from the Kinner Vikings, and Ramsey Walls was near a double-double of 11 points, 7 rebounds. We talked about it yesterday. Does Ossie and Bonfils Loria go at each other again? Also, Kyler Droog, does he go at the opposite side here? Eric DeBoer, that was a fun matchup as well, Josh. So that's what happened in the boys' game. 3-pointers were consistent, 10 for AA, 6 for AB. There wasn't really one glaring stat like I think we see in the girls' game. There was a couple glaring stats. Not one glaring stat, but a good first half. Then AA just kind of went away in the second half, Josh.
Yeah, it felt like the scoring depth was a little bit more there for the AA roster, and the guards really showed up. And for AB, they've got some unique size over on that side. They've got 3 guys listed at 6'7", plus you got a 6'8" OC. So how do you think they can use that to their advantage tonight, maybe with some physicality?
Yeah, I think the one thing is one and done on the glass if you can, and then can you get to the rim? I think the AA team did a pretty good job for the most part walling off the paint, making you force over a hand and a shooter, similar to what we saw from Bonfils Loria, trying to get in the hand of Carson Ossie a little bit. So I think the biggest thing if you're the AB team for the boys game moving forward is can you get to the rim a little bit more, drive and create against that AA defense, which, give them credit, they were pretty stingy, especially in the second half, even though in the first half, AB probably thought they missed some bunnies or missed some from 5-10 feet that just rolled off the iron, Josh, that if they would have hit 3-4 of those, it's a different ball game, quite frankly, going into halftime.
Well, despite the good defense, I can't remember if it was Shell or Sheldon last night that was saying, we still got to play better defense, and the coaches are going to be right on us. So we'll see what adjustments are made tonight, but we're looking forward to seeing how it all goes down here. Again, 99-76, the AA boys come out on top in Bismarck Legacy. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show. When we come back, we'll give you some more keys to the game and keep previewing this one around the break.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading corps tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading corps tutor.
Due to the increase in cost of materials, cost of labor, and general inflation, plus the storm weather threats that we have in our region on a daily basis, many homes are not insured properly. Most families' biggest asset they will ever own is their home. We need to make sure we have it insured for enough. Inflation, cost of materials, cost of labor makes us work to stay on top of this. Usually the difference in premium is dollars a day to increase when needed. We get updated costs of goods and labor from area builders to input into our computer program that calculates an accurate replacement cost. With the weather in recent years, it is just scary with how many more frequent disasters are now than even 10 to 20 years ago. We need to adapt and make sure all our properties are protected because we live in the Midwest and deal with many of these scenarios.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance in the glove box has changed to a quick tap to our online app. And as new technologies make farming more efficient, our coverage ensures you're always protected. The way we live and work has changed, but our values, service, and commitment have remained the same. Nodak is constantly evolving to meet your insurance needs and deliver answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Agents with answers.
We're back to racing this week at the Norman County Raceway in Ada. The King of the Wings, the MSTS Sprint Cars, the IMCA Sprint Cars, and the NLSA Lightning Sprints all on the track. Thursday night racing, green flag waves at 7 at the Norman County Raceway. Thursday night racing returns with the King of the Wings and the Sprint Cars to the Norman County Raceway in Ada. Thursday night racing. Get tickets and information, ncraceway.com. Back to racing this Thursday night.
Welcome back to the Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. Here for night number 2 of Lions All-Star Basketball at Fargo South in the Bruin Den. Ready for things to get started here around the top of the hour. Just after 6 o'clock is when we will have tip-off for you. But we've got some exciting stories with a bunch of different players here going to some different colleges. We have the D1 athletes with Brooklyn Felkley, and we have people going for not basketball. We've got people going for a whole array of things. But Chase Miller, we got some unique stories here, don't we?
Yeah, it's always kind of fun just to talk a little bit more about who's planning on what and kind of where they're planning on their collegiate postseason, or some just going right into the workforce as well. Josh, Ashley Martyrdam from Towner, Granville, Upham here for TGU, going to Bismarck State College, going to be in the study of finance and business entrepreneurship here. Just taking a look at one of the girls from the AB. Well, from Fargo Shanley here, Nora Roney, we mentioned yesterday on the broadcast, going to Concordia College. She's going to be studying nursing, going to play collegiately as well for basketball. Those are just some of the particular players here, Josh. I know you'll have a couple as well. And before I forget, I just want to thank a couple of people with the North Dakota Lions basketball series Mike Hendrickson and Michael Sorley when it comes to the Coaches Association, who kind of do all the dirty work, so to speak, behind the scenes to get the roster players, talk with the coaches, make sure that they're getting the kids here, doing a lot of communication with them. Also, whether it's been the Bismarck or the Fargo Lions Club, I know there's a plethora across North Dakota, but those two we kind of work with the most, covering the games. Would like to thank them for what we're doing as well, and thanks goes out to a couple of those respective those that we work with, Daryl Costain, Dave Doherty, who will hear at halftime for the Fargo chapter Lions Club member of just kind of the Lions Club and everything else. So there's a number of people that we can thank, but just wanted to get that out there before we get into the broadcast here. Josh, as I know you got a couple other players that you would like to highlight.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the AB side, Ian Hornet, we mentioned radiologic technology last night, something that is way beyond the capacity of our brains put together, us journalists, but Hornet from Carrington going to University of Mary for radiologic technology, and then Layla Jensen going to Mayville State University studying allied health. But, I mean, the list of things that she's also done is pretty crazy between track, band, choir, volleyball, Science Olympiad, National Honor Society, and that's only half the list that's on here. So we got some pretty talented players, and that just goes to show Lions All-Star selecting not just off of talent, but off of the off-court stuff, too.
We talked about it yesterday on the pregame show, and if you're hearing us for part 2, I don't mean to bore you, so to speak, as a teacher saying the same lesson, but how you get selected to the Lions All-Star Series, as good of a basketball player you are, you have to be equally good of a person and a student as well. They will make sure that you're good in the classroom. They're talking with each town's coaches and asking, what kind of a caliber of player this is. They will kind of cross-reference with the region coaches there, and then they have the selection honors. And if you do anything out of line or out of bounds, you're just kind of politely asked to be removed from the series if that does happen, Josh. So they want to make sure that as much as they are representing their schools, their towns, their communities, they're also representing local Lions Club chapters and local Lions Club members. And there is a nice honor when you can have this. And also a lot of credit goes out to those corporate sponsors for the Lions Club, but also sponsors with us here to provide coverage. They get to keep their own uniforms after the games. They do have to kind of pay their way a little bit just to kind of help out with some of the expenses at the end of the day. But there's a lot of people to thank, and we could be here all day doing a broadcast, Josh, if we had to thank everybody.
For sure. Lots of people that make this thing go down, and we're looking forward to seeing how the basketball action goes down at Fargo South here tonight. Just about 6.5 minutes until we'll get to our national anthem starting lineups and first tip shortly after that. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Let's face it, moving is a pain. And if you decide to do it yourself, take the hassle out with All About Moving in Grand Forks. While national conglomerates tend to overcharge and take longer, All About Moving is locally owned and wants to make your next move an efficient and stress-free experience. Take the stress out of moving with All About Moving in Grand Forks, so you can focus on the things that really matter.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Welcome back to the Irie Insurance pregame show as we take a look at our fan cam right now as the building is filling up on both levels. We had a great crowd, great turnout last night at Bismarck Legacy, and it's good to see a lot of people filing in here on the Eastern showing of this basketball series brought to you by the Lions. This is the 49th annual Lions All-Star Basketball Series here on yourliveevent.com. And let's get you a couple final nuggets here before we get to our starting lineups brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Brooklyn Felkley goes off for 21 points and 14 rebounds in game number one. Had a double-double through the first half. And Chase Miller, what do you think that the Class A-B roster is going to do? They already got a sizable victory, but do you think there's going to be any adjustments guarding Felkley with how much output she had?
That's going to be the biggest question. Do you front? Do you double? We saw yesterday double and triple teams of Felkley. I think we saw everything but the kitchen sink, literally, in terms of how they're going to try to attack her. And that's going to be the biggest thing. Felkley went through 3 players at one time, got an and one. She went through 2 players, got a rebound and a putback. So even on a miss, she can still, hurt you. So I think the biggest thing, Josh, is if you can, probably front, have some backside help, and then force them to hit some threes. They hit a couple, but it wasn't like they hit what the AB team did in 16 yesterday. And if they start hitting some threes, then maybe got to make an adjustment defensively.
And then for the AB side, 12 players, all 12 score for the AB roster. So just speaking a little bit to the depth maybe of that roster and everyone getting in the scoring action.
Yeah, I think someone like a Keniston Azure, again, we talked about being aggressive yesterday. She did that right out of the second half. Want to see her from Hatton Northwood do that a little bit more going forward. And then from there, can you have 5 points, 6 points, 7 points from all 12 players? Because all of a sudden when you add a 20 and you add another 11, it's easy to get to 100 points with those 12 players, Josh. So that's going to be the biggest question moving forward. Can they have that consistency on kind of what they want to do going forward?
Thank you, Chase Miller. We'll take a quick break. The American Crystal Sugar starting lineups are next on yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
This has been your Irie Insurance pregame show on your live event. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote today. We're getting ready to set it up here for National Anthem and starting lineups when we come back, as we'll hear from our public address announcer Ben Potter around the break. But first, we break for National Anthem on yourliveevent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for Students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Homegrown Local Radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Hey there!
I'm here to personally invite you
To join First Community Credit Union. I know what you're thinking.
Oh no, not another financial.
Aren't they all the same? No, not really. We're a credit union.
When you join FCCU, you become part owner.
All the money we make, cha-ching, gets reinvested back to you, our members.
Which goes back to you in the form of
Great rates
and less fees.
So come see why life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading corps tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading corps tutor.
Welcome to the Lions All-Star Basketball Series as we'll send it down for our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups to our public address announcer, Ben
Miller,
Potter.
Sophia Headley, Kira Beckman, Nevaeh Tormashi, Adeline Ing, Betsy Hattlestead, and alternate Scout Woods. Now the starters for the AB All-Stars. Starting the guard, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, from Northern Cass, number 2, Hayden Crockett. At a guard, standing 5 foot 8 inches tall, from Towner Granville Upham, number 4, Ashley Martyrdam. Starting a forward, 5 foot 9 inch tall from Carrington, number 21, Eden Hornet. At a forward, standing 5 feet 11 inches from Hatton Northwood, number 24, Kennison Azure. And starting the guard, 5 feet 7 inches tall from Devils Lake High School, number 32, Tori Fee. Coaches for the AB All-Stars, Jimmy Howard and Mike Zimmer. Now introducing the non-starters for the AA All-Stars. Grace Thiel, Zoe Austin, Sydney Aberly, Natalie Benning, Lauren Selly, Olivia Hammis, and Brooklyn Felkley. Now the starters, starting in the guard, 5 foot 9 inch tall from West Fargo Horse, number 0, Keely Sunday. At a guard, 5 feet 8 inches tall from Shanley High School, number 4, Nora Roney. Starting a forward, 5 foot 9 inches tall from Grand Forks Red River, number 10, Peyton Bergeron. Starting in the guard, 5 feet 8 inches tall from Grand Forks Central, number 13, Lauren Reardon. And starting a forward, 5 feet 9 inches tall from West Fargo High School, number 23, Caitlin Heckman. Head coaches for the AA team, Shannon Kopis from Mandan and Matt Vike from Fargo Davies.
Thank you to our public address announcer tonight, Ben Potter, for bringing us tonight's American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Live the sweet life, quality products, great careers, grower owned. Visit crystalsugar.com. Keeping track of things tonight on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard as we are getting ready for your first tip from Fargo South. In the middle to jump it up for AA will be Peyton Bergeron wearing 10, and for AB, Ashley Martyrdam. AB in the gold uniforms, and then AA in the royal purple as we get ready to tip things off. Our officials tonight are Alicia Hoy, Dana Cutter, and Tommy Bergen. Up and away we go. Tori Fee controls the opening tip from Devils Lake. She'll take a left-hand dribble, but it's taken away by Nora Roney. Roney, swing pass. Kackman, 3 in and out. Rebound to Hornet from Carrington, and back in transition goes Azure, but it's taken away. 2 steals in the first couple possessions for AA, getting on the right side of the turnover battle. Kackman thinks about a 3, swings left. Sunday on the left wing. Perimeter ball rotations for AA so far in the possession. Paint touch, backing her way in. The shot does not go right away for Reardon. Another chance, this one up and off from Bergeron. Here's Azure working baseline, steps back on Kackman, fires, gets the heel, and it's taken in control of the Grand Forks Red River native, Peyton Bergeron. Roney swings, Reardon, left wing, 3. A little bit off target. Azure has the position and gets the foul drawn on Keely Sunday.
Tell you what, Josh, there's been a ton of possessions so far for just 71 seconds of basketball. We are getting up and down. It's an early track meet here.
This is the potential for high scoring if the shots start falling with this run and gun pace. Sunday with the reach in draws her second whistle quickly.
And it's going to be difficult here for Sunday. You do obviously have rotations, but you don't want to pick up the third foul here early, and depend on how you're guarding someone like a Hayden Crockett. You know Crockett's going to go right at her here, Josh.
Yeah, Crockett doesn't back down from physicality, especially when it's in the backcourt. She'll draw a foul on you if you're being too aggressive. She steps through again, another foul, and it will not be Sunday, who was in the area, though. they're going to get Reardon this time for the foul. That's already 3 fouls in under 90 seconds for Double A.
Yeah, and 3 in about the last 10 seconds.
Yeah. Martyrdom backing down with the authority, puts it in. Loose ball controlled initially by AB, and now we have an out-of-bounds call. Yeah, we're going to get a conference right here. It'll eventually be Gold basketball.
Well, first turnover for Double A, but as you alluded to, Josh, AB so far with 2 early on in this contest.
32 turnovers last night for Double A, but they're off to a much better start. Even though they haven't gotten a scoring possession yet, they're at least getting the shots up. But now, as I say that, a near turnover as Crockett reversed course and was able to knock this one out of bounds.
Both teams have settled in nicely in terms of an up and down tempo. We've seen some decent looks, just nothing has yet to drop consistently enough.
They've had some open three-point looks. Reardon has one of them, and she goes strong to the tin and draws the foul on her offhand side.
Foul going to be coming on the help there of Eden Hornet from Carrington. And good job by Lauren Reardon, able to get to the free throw line. She was there 4 times last night at Bismarck Legacy. Just made 1, but as we alluded to, a future fighting hawk coming up here for Lauren Reardon.
Yeah, one of a couple D1 athletes on this Double A side, with the other being Brooklyn Felkley of Legacy going to South Dakota State. 2 minutes in, and still looking for the first point for the Double A squad. Reardon a chance to do so at the charity stripe, and is able to connect on the second of 2. Still more fouls than points on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard through 2 minutes. Mid-range J popped and down from Eden Hornet.
A nice looking mid-range, as you said, Josh. We didn't say Eden's name too much offensively yesterday.
Crockett in transition, had the chance for the lay. This one goes down for Martyrdom, making an early impact.
Well, you get a little half-court trap. All of a sudden, there's a turnover, results into points.
Sunday's bounce pass is taken away by Azure. More turnovers from Double A. Azure's going to push, goes in against Sunday, and this one goes into the possession of Crockett, and a foul on the Double A side. Sunday had to be careful. She almost picked up a 3rd foul right there, contesting at the rim, but she did so effectively. And it will be a wholesale substitution as everyone's coming in now.
Yeah, Kackman's going to pick up the foul here, Josh. It'll be her first. A tough foul. Both teams going for the ball, but Crockett was on the left elbow, pretty much wearing Kackman there.
Bounce pass to the inside. Turnaround face-up. J is good. There's Nevaeh Tormashi. Really loves that turnaround jumper and gets this one to go, our first of the game. Aberly, strong take, blows by the defender for the basket.
Yeah, first field goal of the game so far here for Double A. Took about 3 minutes.
Aberly was a consistent performer, one of the lone consistent performers along with Felkley when they were both on the floor. We'll look for both of them to be effective in this stint. There's a takeaway, good front by Felkley. Here's Zoe Austin, right to left crossover, gets trapped on the baseline, sees the double, fires. Aberly, mid-range, short, rebound Tormashi. Here's Kira Beckman, who had some success from beyond the arc. She's going to take this one to the basket. Nearly a collision underneath. And this one goes off the heel on the shot from Mache Miller from Kenmare Bowbells. And a foul picked up on the play as well by the aforementioned Miller.
And give the rebound there to Thiel. You saw the Double A All-Stars wanting to take a charge, Josh. That's something we haven't seen on our Lions All-Star basketball bingo card yet.
Long head pass up to Grace Thiel, who thought about stepping into the 3. Austin fakes, fires. The floater game is good. Zoe Austin gets her first 2 tonight.
We've seen the Double A kind of live in that mid-range a little bit here, and same for AB, Josh. Kind of that 10, 15-footer is where we're getting shots for both teams.
This 3-point up, and as you say that, we're going from fishing beyond the arc, and it's Mache Miller picking up where she left off last night.
Yeah, she had 3 of them yesterday in the capital city.
But as you mentioned, with the mid-range floater game, just a way to kind of ease your way into a game and get some easier looks off, some higher percentage looks than shooting from beyond the arc. Here's a swing pass. Thought about the three. Here is another one from Sophia Headley. And the threes are falling again for Miller and Headley, the usual suspects for A and B. Timeout called on the floor, 14-5, AB all over it to begin things on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic. You don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhb.bank or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As we take a look at our fan cam here across the way in the Bruin Den, a 14-5 lead jumped out to by the AB squad, picking right up where they left off at Bismarck Legacy. And the three-point shots, Chase Miller, are falling already.
Yeah, they hit 16 of them last night. They already hit 2 in the last about 30 seconds of game action here for AB.
Some full-court pressure and a travel from Aberley. Was looking for a cutting Austin to the right side, but it is a turnover.
You know where that move's good in? Dance Dance Revolution. That is like worth triple points right there. Not in basketball, though. You can't go 1, 2, 3, in the same. But Dance Dance Revolution, Josh, I haven't played in a couple decades, but I remember that was a good move.
Works more effectively there. Right to left crossover from Mache Miller, hands off. Then a crossover from Adeline Ng into the ball game. Can't get it to go. Second chance opportunity, Headley. She can do it from beyond the arc. She can do it in the paint. The offensive rebound, the putback, and the foul.
Yeah, I mentioned Hadley a ton so far from Bowman County, NDSU track and field commit, second team All-Stater for basketball. She had 23-5 last night, Josh, and she's already got 5-1 here in the opening a couple of minutes this evening.
It was an impressive start for Sophia Headley in both games already. Thiel in some trouble on the sideline, takes some contact, and they'll get a blocking foul, I think, on Mache Miller, who escorted Thiel over to the sideline, who gets helped up by Headley.
On the run so far here by AB, it was 8-3 at about the 17-minute mark, Josh. It's a 9-2 run over the last just 2 minutes of play, and we saw AB do this a couple of times in bunches yesterday. Part of the reason why they kind of won convincingly yesterday at Legacy.
And it hasn't just been the one lineup combination that AA has thrown out there either. They've had a number of lineup combinations as Felkley on the pick and roll spins right to the basket and gets her first two. But as I was saying, it was both of the line changes for AA that could not get the stops. Missed from Crockett. Here comes Reardon. Hesitation move. Then decides to go basket and draws a foul.
That was a delayed hesitation, and Crockett couldn't get there quick enough. Will pick up the foul. And you mentioned rotations and lineups. Well, the question is now for AB, first time we're seeing Felkley, and what does the AA team do? They go to a pick and roll. They get 2 points. They're looking for her on the interior. You know that she's going to find a way to get impacting the game here, Josh, when she's on the court, both offensively and defensively.
That basket she scored on was as simple as it gets with just the traditional pick and roll, and she spun right open to the basket. AB doesn't really have, North Dakota just doesn't have someone that is a good one-on-one matchup for Brooklyn Felkley, as Betsy Hattlestead, freshly into the game, gets her first basket.
Yeah, the one player that could do it, Jaden Hale, she's not here. Miss Basketball.
Right. Well, there goes Felkley back to work. Hattlestead under there trying to battle, but could not keep up. It's an and one opportunity for Felkley, who had 3 in the first half of night number 1.
Yeah, first foul there on Betsy Hattlestead. Felkley 3 of 5 from the free throw line last night in Bismarck. We'll see what she can do here to start things off.
5 quick points in the opening couple minutes for Felkley. Has this back to just a 9-point deficit for AA. Crockett with a strong, decisive take into the paint, kicks out. Kennison Azure from Hatton Northwood. Floater off target. Felkley pulls down the rebound, gets to Reardon. Head pass up to Sunday. Skip pass. Open look for 3 is good. Natalie Benning from Bismarck, rather from Bismarck St. Mary's, had the couple threes that Double A had last night, and she's got the first one here tonight.
I tell you what, that was probably the best transition set we've seen from the Double A girls from last night to tonight, Josh. Just really good ball reversal there by Sundin as well.
Ball tipped up into the air. Crockett with the takeaway. Sprint dribble from right to left. Crosses over. Escalator move through the defenders.
Smooth like butter.
Saloon doored her way to the basket. And a tie-up on the other end, but that move from Hayden Crockett was nice.
No, it was sweet. I think both players, you got to stop the ball. They thought the other was going to do it. And like you said, the paint just kind of lane opened up a little bit there, Josh, and really nice move there by Crockett.
An early shot for potentially our Agassi Precision Ag play of the game. So we see rotation right here, but actually a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well. 21-13, AB on top.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Got some Hayden Crockett fans in attendance here tonight on the far side. The Northern Cass faithful showing up. Crockett with that highlight reel play just a moment to go. Loose ball for Double A. They corral it off their own inbound. Here is Benning squaring, firing, too strong into the left. Offensive rebound from Selly, but it comes up off target. Mid-range jumper a little bit short from Eden Hornet. Benning behind the back. Left open, mid-range comes up short. Reardon offensive rebound, puts down the dribble. Sunday, drive baseline, tries to wrap one around, and this will trickle out of bounds. Selly couldn't get there in time. But I wanted to go back to that transition opportunity that we saw before the break. Felkley got a rebound, a quick outlet to a guard, a head pass to Sunday, and the skip pass over to Benning got that open three look.
And that's been the only three for Double A so far here, Josh. We said in the pregame that, both teams want to transition, and we've seen that and some so far here in the opening 7.5 minutes.
Tormasci with that patented fadeaway, couldn't get that one to go. Reardon with some contact, and a blocking foul is called. Mache Miller was over there on the far side, is the guilty party.
Miller just kind of at the wrong place at the wrong time with the loose ball. She did her job as a defender. You're trying to take away the sideline on that play. Just Reardon had the better angle. So with those 3 fouls, Josh, she will sub out for. So far, 2 players with foul trouble. Sundin with a 2, Sunday with 2 for Double A, then Miller with 3 here for AB.
Layla Jensen playing some pesky defense around the half-court line. They swing it to Averly, steps back, guarded well by Martyrdam. Kackman with a head of steam, gets a foot in the paint. Here's Austin, closeout from Jensen, but she high steps her way through for a pair.
Apropos word to high step. I love it.
Looking for the 3 on the other end was Martyrdam, but it comes up off. Austin goes ahead to Roney, who gives it right back. She'll set up shop. Gain a little bit of a flare screen there. Second chance opportunity. Austin gets it to go down. She's got a quick 6.
Yeah, that's a team leading 6 as well for Double A. And don't look now, another stop and a scorer. It's a 1-possession game.
Headley, step back. You just think everything is going to go down when Headley's shooting the 3, but this one is no good. Austin finds Roney, who's going to have to hustle this one across, and lost it out of bounds. Good job by Martyrdam hustling over to force that turnover.
But a better job here by Double A, Josh, in the last couple of minutes, kind of getting to their rhythm, getting to where they want to go offensively, getting some quality looks.
Here's Jensen from heading near Scranton, setting it up. Martyrdam swings it right back. Two-man game as they look for Tormashy in the post. Here's Tori Fee. Sidesteps, gives it right back. Here's Martyrdam driving baseline, tries to go up through some contact. It's strong. Here's Aberley sprint dribbling, gets cut off. Catch made by Roney in traffic. Up ahead, Bergeron, kick out corner. Nice drive, but a knockaway underneath. 3 gold jerseys were there. Headley, Tormashing, and Jensen on the coverage. Headley fires from the right side, no good. Follows her own miss and gets tied up with Peyton Bergeron.
I'm going to stay with AA basketball, as you alluded to there, Josh. That was just a really good block. I love the drive, though, on the way by Aberley to get to the paint. She just had 3 players around her, but good defense as well by AA there after getting the rebound there for Headley to get at least a tie-up and reset defensively.
A little pick and roll then to the offside. Martyrdam from TGU with the lefty lay. Bounce pass left for Roney with the answer.
Yeah, good bounce pass across the way there by Peyton Bergeron, able to recollect it and find that assist across to her teammate Nora.
Martyrdam comes to a stop, resets, fires, but it was altered by Roney's defense. Austin spinning her way inside. A lot of contact, and there is another charge.
There's our first charge.
The first one is we nearly had one on the other end, but this one is indeed taken. The foul will go against Zoe Austin.
Yeah, Ashley Martyrdam there growing roots, so to speak, and picks up the charge. But give credit to Austin. Downhill attacking, 6 points, 4 rebounds. She's really been the story so far this first half for the AA All-Stars here, Josh.
We saw flashes of that certainly last night, and Austin off to a nice start, just kind of pacing this AA squad. Crockett, shifty, step back, fires. Offensive rebound brought down by Beckman. Azure on the left side gets by her defender Aberley. A block from Benning. Nice defensive play, earns the stop. New line in for the AA squad. Here's Reardon. Aberley says that's enough space. She takes the 3. It comes up a little bit strong. Here's Kira Beckman working from right to left for AB. Likes to play with her back to the basket. Finds the shooter on the left corner. It was Adeline Ng from Central McLean. Ng gets it back. Drive to the hoop and gets fouled.
Yeah, so far Betsy Halstead with a couple of rebounds, 3 of them, Josh, able to save that possession. Second chance opportunities here for the AB girls. They've been stuck at this 21-23 plateau for about the last 4.5 to 5 minutes here, trying to get off that schneid, and right on cue here with a free throw.
Yeah, that the AA defense has shored up a little bit, and even when someone's getting beat, you see a second defender, you see the help defenders are over to make the play. 1 of 2 at the line. Hammis with the rebound in, the Fargo North native. Taken away, the steal from Beckman. Gets past Sunday, gets to the free throw line, spins, turns, fires, sinks it. Nice shot. There's Beckman's first point.
Yeah, that was a 360 spin, able to readjust, Josh.
Benning with another 3 is the only player that can make 3s for AA, but she's got a pair of them matching what she had last night. Crockett gets walled up. We'll stay here.
Yeah, that was a big answer by Benning there, to your point there, Josh, to get a quick little field goal there for AA, still within 2 possessions here. AB's been out in control for the entirety. They scored the opening 2 points. They have not relinquished a lead, but AA trying to knock on the door.
Crockett creates a little bit of separation, then goes at the defender Aberley, throws a lob pass out of the reach of Kira Beckman.
Nice crowd filing on in as well. Very similar to last night with the Bismarck Legacy, standing room only. A lot of times by the time you get to halftime of the girls' game, if you haven't found a spot, you might not get a spot for that boys' game.
Reardon does a nice job avoiding the charge. Kicks out to Benning, who almost had a third 3 go down. Reardon resets from in close. from just a few feet away, knocks down the Midi J.
A good job by Hammis there with the rebound and the assist. We talked about those Spartan girls who can rebound last night. Josh doing it again here tonight with her and Thiel.
Here's Crockett from the volleyball line, off target. Long shots create long rebounds, and Azure takes another long shot. That one's off, and Crockett skies for the rebound. Got escorted out of bounds. It'll stay with the AB All-Stars, clinging to a 2-point lead on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
As we get a foul there by Aberly, and we'll also get bonus free throws upcoming. Aberly just got enough of the hands in the back of Crockett there. She went up for the rebound.
So Aberly picks up her first. It creates the 1-and-1 for Crockett, who converts.
At the line, number 2, Hayden Crockett.
1-4-2 at the stripe. Kackman pulls down the rebound, gets through a few defenders. Odd man rush. There's numbers. Roney, corner, 3, short. Offensive rebound. Sunday mishandled. Gets it back out to Roney. Kackman with enough room, fires, and there's a made 3 from a AA player not named Natalie Benning.
First tie of the ball game as well after that 3 by Kackman.
Crockett going to work. Inner bag goes behind the back. Azure an ill-advised pass, but no turnover. Beckman lobs underneath the high-low pass, finds Hadelstad, and it's 2 shots upcoming for Betsy Hadelstad from Shiloh Christian.
Roney picks up the foul here. Everybody with 1 or none for AA except Keeley, who's got 2 so far. So in terms of foul situations for Matt Veit and Coach Kopis here for Mandan, not the worst situation. Well, for the AB girls here, Josh, finding some adversity a little bit, seeing maybe the last 5 to 6 minutes of play kind of more controlled by a AA here after the opening. About 8 minutes were controlled by AB.
Yeah, we weren't far from this score at this point last night. It was just a tale of two different halves. Still plenty of time to decide this one. 0 for 2 at the line. Long pass from Selly, and that one heads into the bench.
Selly up the near sideline, kind of looking for that home run ball to Roney, but Roney just ran out of real estate on the near sideline right in front of that AB All-Star.
It was much closer to Jimmy Howard and Mike Zimmer. Tormashy from the corner pops, and that's a confident looking Jay. We didn't see that much last night from Tormashy. She loved to operate in that mid-range, but extends out to the 3. Sunday a couple of head fakes. Kackman from straight away. Off the heel. Rebound goes to Machine Miller, working on Roney up the floor. Crosses over a couple times, step back, fires. Good box out position from Hammis, but Tormashy was there as well, and it will stay with AB. Tormashy looking for another one. This one a little bit off left. Sunday corrals it after the Kackman rebound. Fires to Roney, turns, looks opposite. There's the open player. Hammis a little bit short. That's the right play there from Roney on that press break. When you make that mid-floor catch, you turn, you look opposite. There's your open player. Fee a little bit short, tracks down her own miss. Tormashy goes up and fouled.
Yeah, really unselfish play there by Fee. She could have had another shot, but she saw the help coming and dished it off to Tormashy, who gets fouled, Josh. So really nice play by the Devil's Lake product there for Fee.
That'll be the second foul on Kackman tonight. Every foul will be 2 shots. Every defensive foul for AA will be 2 shots the rest of this half.
Tormashy hit a free throw last night. So far, 5 points, 2 rebounds for the Dickinson Trinity product, and also making her way east here to Mayville State University. Going to change the mountain time zone for the central time zone. And some folks in North Dakota say that's God's country out west. I think that's most of the state, no matter where you live.
Tormashy short on the second one. Here is Austin back into the game. Had a nice stint earlier, working with Felkley this time. Aberly, strong take, but a little bit too strong. Felkley, an offensive rebound, will get 2 shots.
Martyrdam's going to get called for that foul as well. And Felkley, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Josh just adding to that rebound stat line after having 14 last night at Legacy.
It's never a bad idea to put up a shot in the paint when Felkley is there, because chances are she's got a good shot at an offensive rebound, even if you miss.
Double-A team, they have yet to lead here, Josh, but, they've definitely hung around nicely. They haven't really got down by double digits and stayed down. They've got a quick little score, got it to single digits, and working their way here.
Strong rebound there from Martyrdam, fending off Zoe Austin, and that foul 80 feet away from the basket or whatever this length of the floor is, and will walk down and shoot 2 free throws.
3/4 court, and Ashley Martyrdam did a really good job getting the positioning, because Zoe Austin, like a dog on a bone, was coming after it, ready to grab it and go. But really, for Martyrdam here, did a really good job with the position, able to bring it back to her side here and get some free throws for the TGU product.
Unfortunately for AB, they've struggled at the free throw line as of recent here, which could have extended this lead to a couple possessions. Finally, one goes down for Martyrdam. Three-point shot from the corner. Kackman is able to tie this ball game at 31. That's her second 3 of the game, and it's the 4th 3 already in the first half for Double-A, doubling what we saw from them all of last night.
To your point, AB 4-13 from the stripe.
3-point shot. No good from Hornet. Rebounded by the Fargo North guard, Thiel. Long pass up ahead towards Felkley is out of her reach. To the corner, Hornet's gonna try again, but it's no good. Austin the rebound. 31 apiece. Austin, rocking chair fadeaway, but came up a little bit short. Underneath, a lot of contact. A nice drive there from Martyrdam. Draws the foul on Aberly, so 2 shots upcoming. It's time for our Bank North in-game update here with 4 minutes to go in our first half. As we saw the AB squad jump out to a 14-5 lead early on in this one. And it came courtesy of some good 3-point shooting to get things started. Sophia Headley got out to a quick 6, but Ashley Martyrdam leads with 7 points for AB right now. Then coming back on the other side for Double-A, Zoe Austin has 6. Brooklyn Felkley has 6. So does Caitlin Kackman and Natalie Benning. Kackman and Benning making a couple 3s each. Martyrdam goes 2 for 2 at the line, so she's now up to 9 to lead all scorers in the first half. That is your Bank North in-game update. Bank North has been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what values-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.bank today. Bank North, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Thiel got in close. Here's 4 jerseys around Felkley. Does not matter. She's going to go up strong and get fouled.
Yeah, like you said, 4 jerseys around Felkley. Red Rover, I don't want to send Felkley over, what is what I would be saying right now if I was on the opposite team. Felkley now 3 of 4 from the free throw line, could potentially be working on a double-double. Also a teammate of hers, Zoe Austin, as you alluded to, Josh, scoring with 6, but she also has 5 rebounds so far in this first half.
2 for 2 at the line, 4 of 5 on the night. 4 made free throws now for Felkley. She had the first half double-double last night and working her way there again, like you mentioned. Here's Beckman. Shot altered by Felkley. Kind of a scud on the left side of the rim. Austin kicks out Thiel, left pocket three. Short, tracked down by Hattelstad. Jensen finds Beckman, who steps back. Could not get that one to go. Still not at 33, and a chance for AA to take one of their first leads of this ballgame. Austin, a nice crossover, beats Jensen. Pulls up, the floater is good. That is a technically sound move there from Zoe Austin. 8 points for her.
Yeah, behind the back floater, able to go off her left foot, textbook, as you alluded to.
That's a nice move right there from Kennison Azure. Rocking the defender to sleep and gets the lay, a steal, and a putback for Headley. Beckman goes down, no whistle. A brief 5-on-4 leaves Felkley 1-on-1 on the post, but she couldn't get it to go. A tie-up as Aberly and Headley go strong at it. Aberly asking for a foul call, but we will send it down the other way.
Yeah, she's also now picks up her third foul, so you got Kaylee Sunday with 2. You got 2 with Zoe Austin, 3 with Aberly, and 2 with Caitlin Kackman. And for Coach Veit and Coach Kopis here, picking up some early foul trouble here in this first half for AA.
Just as AA is able to take that quick lead, basket for Azure within about 5 seconds in transition, then a steal and basket for Headley gives them the lead right back. And we have a whistle here with 2:30 left to go in the half. A timeout is called. So we will break quick here, come back, and give you the last 2:30 of the first half here from Fargo South.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
38-35 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, as there's a lot of fans that have packed themselves here into the Bruins den. And Chase Miller, what do we have to look forward to at half here?
Yeah, we're going to be talking with Dave Doherty here of the Fargo Lions Club. He's the chapter president. Talk about the local Lions Club chapters in the neck of the woods in North Dakota, Lions series, that and more.
Zoe Austin with a take towards the baseline, but lost it momentarily. It goes out of bounds. AB's got the 3-point lead and the basketball.
11th turnover for AA.
Still somehow on a better pace, though, than last night. Hattelstad, baseline jumper, short. Felkley, the rebound, pulls it down. Looking for a guard, has used up her dribble. Finds Zoe Austin. And a foul on Headley will get called for a trip.
Also, Headley's got a little cotton in that right nostril. Either just a little runny nose or maybe caught a little forearm coming across the paint at some point, but she will get checked out for.
Yeah, I'd seen that earlier. She's been in for a couple stints with that, so it hasn't seemed to be been too much affected by it. Up ahead to the corner. Here's Ing driving baseline. Kicks it out. Beckman over the contest of Felkley. Sinks it calmly from the left elbow.
And a 6-foot shooting forward right there for Beckman. Unfortunately, though, she goes baseline to pick up a foul, and we'll see a little double bonus here for AA.
Seeing the fouls start to add up for both teams here, as Beckman picks up her second of the contest.
He being a little bit better of a position, but to your point, Josh, you still got Machine Miller with 3, Beckman now with 2, everybody else with 1 or none at the moment here for AB, but that could change in a hurry if you get 1 or 2 more fouls.
It is Austin at the line that knocks down the first. And gets it back to a one-possession game. Martyrdam with a quick take, blows by Benning, and extends the lead back to 5. Nicely done by Martyrdam out of TGU.
I think she might be an early indicator of a player of the game right now, Josh, for AB.
We are on the same wavelength, my friend Chase Miller, as she's into double digits in this first half. Austin going back to that floater, falls off. Crockett makes a catch, blows by Thiel, counted in the foul. Hayden Crockett, already a nice highlight play in this first half, now puts up another with an and one opportunity.
A really good transition, able to go right to left. Thiel, the only good news, that's her first foul, Josh, for AA, but again, good transition bucket there for Crockett for AB.
Able to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. Lead is ballooned back up to 8, getting some breathing room with less than a minute to go before half. That's something to keep an eye on. Lob up top for Felkley. Oh, body's going down. Not what you want to see. A lot of contact.
Yeah, Felkley was down, and then Ashley Martyrdam was looking at the ball, didn't see where Felkley was, and then kind of went on the back of Felkley as her right elbow there for Martyrdam. Josh kind of hit the court. Looks like both are okay, and probably a good thing here that you just kind of get a sweat spot and allow Alicia Hoy just to kind of allow everybody to catch their breath a little bit. Also a note, it was tied at 33 at the 3:48 mark, so a good run here for AB, Josh, a 12-4 run during that stretch.
They're at 45 points right now, about on pace, not quite, but just a little bit behind what they did last night. But then again, 65 points
in the second half.
Yeah, came in the second half, and they've already left about 10 free throws on the doorstep as well. Oh, a couple easy looks at the rim between Austin and Felkley, but it does not go down.
Fortunate for AA that the arrow stays with their squad. Really good inbounds play, though. That got Felkley wide open on that previous inbound.
Felkley sets the screen, frees up Peyton Bergeron, and there's 2 points on the easy look from the right elbow. Crockett right back in transition, too strong off the glass. Austin able to reestablish inbounds, sees a double. And I believe we got a foul in the backcourt there going against Tori Fee.
2 free throws the other way here, and here comes AA again. Josh, they get down by 6, 7, 8 points. All of a sudden it's back to a one-possession game, and here we go again a little bit with that teeter-totter.
I really like that inbounds play. The last 2 that they've run have gotten open looks, and Felkley drew a lot of attention, setting that screen there for Bergeron when she knocked down that mid-range jumper. Austin with 4 free throw makes in this first half. Lead is down to 4. Crockett on the long pass ahead. This one goes out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Zoe Austin hitting the free throws and having to hustle back. This is an indoor track meet a little bit at times.
Crockett curling around and gets the deuce, beating Austin that time. 8 points for Crockett. Here's Benning. Somehow found Felkley off the glass and converts through the contact. Couple seconds left. Crockett gets the blow by. The shot is good. It's a long 2 to end the half. Seeing some fireworks here at the end of one. 47-43 is your score, with 49-43 with that shot counting, as the AB All-Stars go into the half up 6 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com.
Due to the increase in cost of materials, cost of labor, and general inflation, plus the storm weather threats that we have in our region on a daily basis, many homes are not insured properly. Most families' biggest asset they will ever own is their home. We need to make sure we have it insured for enough. Inflation, cost of materials, cost of labor makes us work to stay on top of this. Usually the difference in premium is dollars a day to increase when needed. We get updated costs of goods and labor from area builders to input into our computer program that calculates an accurate replacement cost. With the weather in recent years, it is just scary with how many more frequent disasters are now than even 10 to 20 years ago. We need to adapt and make sure all our properties are protected because we live in the Midwest and deal with many of these scenarios.
Join us here, part of the 2025 North Dakota Lions All-Star Basketball Series. As we've done in the past, we've kept the tradition alive, talking with some fellow Lions Club members, and what a better way to do this than the Gateway Lions Club president, that is Dave Doherty. And for this, Dave, let's talk about the Lions Club and the North Dakota Coaches Association, just how these two entities kind of got intertwined, because there is a lot in the process. Because I get asked all the time, how does someone become a North Dakota Lions All-Star basketball player? How do they get selected? How are the coaches selected? So just kind of take us through what a little deep dive is, Dave, on how someone gets nominated and participates in a game like this.
Sure, Chase. We started 49 years ago. We started, the Lions really had this idea for an all-star basketball game, but they didn't have that background with athletics, but they just wanted to do something that would highlight the Lions, but give an opportunity for these all-stars to get showcased one last time in their career. And so Glenn Orvik, the former executive director of the North Dakota High School Coaches Association, was in Fargo, and he became a member of the Gateway Lions. So they worked together, and the Lions leaves all of the selection process to the North Dakota Coaches Association. Currently, Randy Johnson is the executive director of the North Dakota High School Coaches Association, has been for a number of years now. And Randy does a great job on this, if we can call it a committee. Mike Sorley and Mike Hendrickson really work hard with the coaches in selecting these athletes. And the selection goes right down to the individual schools. In Class B and in some of those schools, what they'll do is on the district level, they will have discussions with all of the coaches from the districts. They'll be together in a meeting or maybe a Zoom meeting, and they'll put forth their players that they think could be considered for this. And of course, it's just seniors. And so they'll put together their seniors and who they think would be a good representative for that team. And in the bigger schools, they maybe, they'd do it on the regional level. So they'll have their meetings and they'll discuss their players, and the coaches come up with an agreement as to who really these players should be. And Mike Hendrickson, Mike Sorley really spearhead these discussions, giving, especially newer coaches, giving them that, the idea of this is what we look for. It's not just basketball skills, but it's, good moral character, people who give to the community. And so once they do that process, they keep us apprised of how it's going. We get those names and then we make them public. We go from there. And so, once in a while, a parent will have a question, well, why didn't this person get selected as compared to another person? And the only ones that have answers for that are the Coaches Association. However, those are private discussions. They, you don't want to get into the weeds talking about, well, this one got selected for this reason and this one was just a little short. No one's short. They're all all-stars, and they're all good players, but you only have room for so many. And so the Coaches Association takes care of that. And of course, the Coaches Association has a rule that if you're playing in the All-Star basketball game, it disqualifies you from the All-Star football game. Because we want as many athletes competing and getting this recognition as possible. And so sometimes some of the better players in either sport may choose the other. We've had times where it's a really, really good basketball player, but he's going to get to play basketball, or she will further on, but it'll be their last football or their last volleyball match that they get to do, and they choose that all-star game instead.
And the one thing that has came to fruition the last couple of years, and that just shows you the quality of athletes and players that you've had at the high school level, Dave, is there is some players that are moving on, and a good chunk are moving on to a particular college, not just for a degree in academics, but also maybe they got a scholarship or a preferred walk-on, and we're seeing some players make their way to a Division I ranks where maybe a Mr. Basketball or Miss Basketball in this point this year, Jaden Hale and Mason Claybo, because of their commitments to college, more than likely could have been an all-star, but they just said, hey, we can't do it because of our college commitments. And we've seen that from some players too, which then also is the behind the scenes conversation as you're talking about. Or maybe a family was saying, hey, sorry, Dave, we're going to Europe and we've had this trip planned for 2 years. We just didn't even think about that July would be this time. So there is some other circumstances that kind of come into play as well, where sometimes someone will ask me, Dave, going, well, this person was an all-stater, or this person is, a Mr. Basketball. Why aren't they playing? Those are some of just a handful of the reasons.
Right, and some of those, and the Lions agree with what I'm going to tell you. We really agree with that. Some of it is out of the hands of the Coaches Association and those individual schools. But some of those D1 schools, boy, when summer hits, you belong to them, and they can't risk you getting hurt. They can't risk you missing their preparation time during the summer, getting ready for their season. And then, of course, the Coaches Association and the Lions agree with this. If you have any suspension, any issue during your entire 9 months of high school senior year, you're ineligible to participate in an all-star game because suspensions just rule you out. And of course, we support that because these are scholar athletes and they're students first and athletes second.
Final thing, Dave, before we let you go, we could, like we talk about this all day in terms of how people get selected, but let's talk about the Lions Club here just briefly before we let you go. How can someone get involved? What is the Lions Club, and just kind of how many, in terms of just the Fargo chapter that we're talking about here, how many roughly members do you have attending a weekly, monthly, committee or conversations or your luncheons that you have kind of throughout the course of the year?
So we're unusual. Our group, actually, the Fargo Gateway Lions, meets every Friday. Other than once the All-Star game is over, we take half of July and all of August off. And so most of them will meet once a month, and then they will take the summer months off. We meet every Friday of the month. And then, of course, we're busy getting ready for the All-Star game. And so for us, our particular group, we have about 61, 62 members now. We usually have between 30 and 35 that are able to make it to our lunch meetings on Fridays. Many of the younger ones, of course, are working, and it's pretty challenging to get out, away from that. But, of those 62 members that we have, we'll have probably 58, 59 there at the All-Star game participating and volunteering. Those that aren't there had summer commitments and they weren't in town. So we get great support with that from our own group. To look at being involved with our group, you just have to go to gatewaylions.org and you can see our website, and you don't have to join ours. Many of these small towns have their own Lions programs, and they're very active in their communities. That's the one thing about Lions. This All-Star game is great for fans to get to view these players, but we're also making, this is our big fundraiser, but our group is able to. This year, we gave out $45,000 to nonprofits and to individuals that are in need. And some of these, with what's happening, especially Emergency Food Pantry, a few others are in great need. We're able to help our community, our local community in taking care of some of those needs. And so that would be, I think, the first thing. If you want to be a Lions, do you want to help people? If you have that passion to help somebody, Lions is a great organization.
Hey, Dave, as always, thank you so much for your time. I know we could speak for a lot longer, but we're going to get to back to the hardwood here and get back to the action. Thanks for everything, and always looking forward to partnering with the Lions Club to bring out some of the best in the state here from the hoops side.
And we really appreciate what you do, Chase. You've brought this game to a new level for the fans and for the players, and we appreciate it. And I know North Dakota appreciates that.
That again, Dave Doherty with us here on our halftime show on yourliveevent.com.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good. From simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
This is our DJ Coulter Agency halftime show here on YourLiveEvent.com. As leading the way are the AB squad, 49-43 at the DJ Coulter halftime agency break. Let's take a look at some of the leading scorers here tonight. For the AB side, Ashley Martyrdam leads the way with 11 points, 3 of them coming at the line. Hayden Crockett has had a couple of our flashier plays of the night. She saloon-doored a couple defenders, getting to the basket. She also had an and one, or rather the buzzer beater right before the end of the first half as well. She's got 10. Sophia Headley has 9. Those are your 3 leading scorers for the AB side. Then for AA, Zoe Austin paces with 12 points, 4 of those coming at the line on 80% shooting in the first half from the charity stripe. And then Brooklyn Felkley with 4 free throws as well. 10 points for Felkley, working on that double-double. And any standouts to you in the first half, Chase Miller, on just what you saw from either side?
Yeah, I think it goes back to, balance again when it comes to the AB girls. I mean, every player except 2 right now has been in the scoring column that is, rostered here. But take a look at Ashley Martyrdam. She's got 11. You got Hayden Crockett again with 10 in this one. 9 for Headley, as you alluded to. That's just a really good balance. And as we kind of said last night, can you get 5? Can you get 6? Can you get 7 from maybe somebody else across the way? That's exactly the recipe again here, Josh. The only difference is after hitting 16 threes last night, they've only hit 3, but they really went off for 10 in that second half. Well, for the AA girls, Felkley, what's new? Good to see Zoe Austin kind of be that 1-2 combination, scoring 22 of their 43 points. Able to see Caitlin Kackman with a couple of big threes. That was nice as well. Same thing for Benning from Bismarck St. Mary's. I think the biggest thing is, again, similar. Felkley's going to get a lot of attention, so if you're a shooter, be ready to come out and shoot. They've had 8 players so far in the scoring column. AA girls +9 in the rebounds at 30-21. And then when it comes to turnovers, a little bit better for both teams from a night ago. 11 for AA, 5 so far for AB, Josh. So the rebounding category going for AA like it did last night, but AB forcing some more turnovers, and they've taken advantage of a couple of those turnovers as well.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that rebounding category for the second half. When Felkley's in there, it's just an automatic rebounding advantage. But the team as well, just doing a nice job. When you've got a couple guards like a Hammis, like a Thiel that are good at the rebounding from that position, it just gives you some extra looks, extra opportunities, and they'll need those starting down 6 in the second half. This is the DJ Coulter Agency halftime show on YourLiveEvent.com.
Red River Valley Speedway. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
We're back this weekend with 2 action-packed nights of racing at the Red River Valley Speedway. Friday night at 10 LRA late models and IMCA stock car meet and greet. Sponsored by Miller Lite, Corwin, OK Tire, and JDP Electric. Saturday, it's King of the Wings and Hall of Fame night. Sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings, Superior Customs, Magnum Custom Homes, and Brenco. For details, log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
Welcome back on the DJ Coulter Agency Halftime Show, your auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance agency that wants a shot at your business. Go to djcoulter.com. Still to come up here tonight for Lions All-Star Basketball, the 49th annual Lions All-Star Basketball Series. We'll have the guys tipping off about 25-30 minutes after the conclusion of this game, so don't go anywhere and stay tuned for that game coming up later tonight. We saw the AA guys come out on top handily in night number 1. We'll see who's got the upper hand coming up. Then also later this summer, we've still got Legion Baseball and then also State Babe Ruth going on in Larimore. So that's some of the stuff we got coming up on yourliveevent.com the rest of the summer.
Yeah, going to be fun next Friday in Lemoore coming up for that State Babe Ruth tournament. Castleton for the State A Legion. You're getting to some districts already for Babe Ruth. August the 22nd, Friday Night Lights opener. Go to yourliveevent.com for a couple of our first weeks of our fall schedule as well, Josh.
Much to come here, and still much more to come on the court here tonight. 2 minutes until we get back to the action at the Bruin Den.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
Getting ready for half number 2 of action. It is a 6-point lead for the AB squad, who outscored the AA team by 31 points in the second half last night. Chase Miller, they already got a 6-point lead. I doubt it's a 31-point advantage in this half, just with how things tend to work in these All-Star series, but they're off to a good start, the AB side.
And quickly a note, AA hasn't led yet. We've had 3 ties, but they have yet to lead here tonight against AB.
Tough catch on the inside. A kick out is intercepted by Peyton Bergeron. Sees a couple defenders. Here's Sunday. Swing back to Kackman, who's already hit a pair. This one is too strong. Jensen had her pocket picked. In transition, the pass ahead to Bergeron leads to a bit of a scuffle for the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball. Headley got in there for the tie-up. It'll stay on this side of the floor with the purple.
This is very similar to what we saw in the first half. AB with 2 turnovers early in the half.
Bergeron leaning in. No. Got a shot blocked there. Throws out for Kackman and into the bench.
Kind of a helter-skelter start to this second half.
Here is Miller crossing over. Fires to the right side. Headley, 3 more. That's 12 points now for Headley, her second 3-point make of the night. She had 4 in Bismarck. Reardon with a take to the basket, snaking her way into the paint, and draws the foul on her offhand side.
Ing might have got a little, you could call it knee to knee there with Reardon, as Reardon took a tumble, but she'll head to the free throw line for her 3rd and 4th free throw opportunities of the evening. AA girls have done well at the line so far, 10 of 13 from the stripe.
Yeah, that's very much kept them around in this one, and different story on the AB side as they were 8 for 16 at the break. Beckman swings right side to Jensen, now Miller. Crosses over on Roney, who got back in front. Nice job after getting beat initially. Headley spins through some traffic over Sunday with the righty lay.
Well, Headley so far 37 points combined between these two Lions All-Star Series games.
Reardon backing her way down, got tied up, and it'll go the other way. Beckman earns the possession for the yellow side.
Yeah, so for the AB All-Stars, again, good start, able to build up that lead to, 6 at the half, 9 right now here, Josh. And here's really where AB kind of took the game in full possession last night at Legacy.
Miller, side dribble into a 3, grazes iron, goes long. Rebound from Bergeron, doesn't go with the up-ahead pass, instead does it herself, going over Miller for the lay.
A really good job for the Rough Rider product, Peyton Bergeron. Fellow teammate from a year ago, and Jossie Schiller's here watching the former Rough Rider.
Taken away, Bergeron going again towards the basket. It falls off the rim, though. Roney there, Johnny on the spot, kicks out for 3, and there is Lauren Reardon.
5 points early in this half for Reardon.
For the answer, off the glass from Headley. Here's Bergeron. She's already had a few open floor situations in the early minutes of this second half, and a foul is called.
Yeah, Headley got her hand cut in the cookie jar. Do you like chocolate chip, macadamia nut? What do you like, Josh? Because whatever, that's what she was going for.
Yes, there's a very aggressive double, but to answer your question, white chocolate chip macadamia nut would be the superior cookie.
I like it.
Line change in for both sides now. Felkley playing through some contact. Hattelstead over her back gets called for the push.
Some fouls early on here for AB, Josh, kind of opposite of Double A in that first half.
Exactly the opposite of how that was going down. Field to Hammis into Felkley as the Spartans tag team to get it into Felkley for the deuce.
Felkley just textbook, right? You get the reversal, you get your defender on your hip. Nobody comes in to help. Easy bucket there for Felkley.
Long 2, kicks off the iron. Fee with the offensive rebound, but could not keep it in. Our last tip, though, by the Double-A squad will stay on this side.
This is where we've seen the AB team so far here tonight, Josh, always make an answer when it gets close like this. Can Double-A tie, but more importantly, can they finally take their first lead here tonight?
They've got, sorry.
I was going to say, after they nearly were able to get a Crockett walled off there on the baseline.
Yeah, the AB side's got their shot creator in there in Hayden Crockett. If you're looking to create space, looking to create an opportunity, she's a good place to go. There she is, going with her left hand at the basket. Right on cue, goes up with the lefty lay, extends the lead to 4. This one thrown away, and the AB All-Stars will get it right back, and it's just been right when you get it down to 2, when you get it tied, this is exactly what's been happening for Double-A. Nice roll from Hattelstad, but has to save this one back in, and does to Azure. Hattelstad beats Aberle off the dribble on the closeout and will get rewarded with 2 shots.
Hammis just a shy step late from getting there. So far for the AB girls here, Josh, 3 players in double digits. Headley with 14. You have the 12 for Crockett, 11 for Martyrdom. That's kind of been the 3-headed monster. Last night the 3-headed monster was Headley, Michelle Miller, and Kira Beckman so far here for AB.
Hattelstad able to convert up the lead up to 5 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 2 for 2. Aberle lobs ahead. Felkley makes a secure catch. Hammis in the post. Back out Theo. One more to Aberle. Didn't take the 3. Had some space. Nearly walked with it. Theo, 3.
First field goal of the night for Thiel comes in a nice time.
Crockett working on Austin, backing her down. Nearly got the chair pulled out. Austin with some crafty defense. Crockett nearly got a steal. Austin fading, firing, somehow got that one to go off balance.
14 on the night for the Century product.
Fee steps into the three, comes up short. Austin back on the prowl, looking for the first lead and got it. Zoe Austin up to 16 now, takes the lead for Double A. A nice run for them, forcing some turnovers, getting some stops. Crockett steps into it, gets blocked. Thiel and Hammes, the Spartans, were there in the coverage. Crockett will pick up her second foul in the process.
And going to your point about Zoe Austin, 16 points, 9 rebounds. Her next one will be a double-double performance here for Zoe Austin as she's making her way to Lake Region State here coming up in the winter for a little collegiate basketball.
Yeah, she's a nice guard to have running your offense because she's pretty secure with the basketball, confident with the handle as Felkley goes to the basket. Could not get it to go, but does earn a whistle. Austin, to your point, just a good one to have run your offense as she has some size, not maybe in the height category, but she does have the power to be able to back someone down and create extra offense.
As we'll see Felkley to the free throw line. You got to love the high pick and roll, and AB now starting to pick up some foul trouble here, Josh. You got 2 on Crockett, 2 on Martyrdam, 3 on Miller, 2 on Headley, 2 on Beckman, and 2 on Hattlestead. This is a reversal of the first half when it just comes to the foul situation.
Very much so, and now Double A is up by a pair. Here is Ing. Spinning in on Felkley. Kick out. Headley probing. Martyrdam did travel, lost the pivot foot as she went down.
9th turnover for the AB girls, 4 of this half. While for the Double A girls, they have 13 total turnovers, but just 2 in the second frame.
Felkley gets it across. Benning. Entry pass inside, and there's an easy feed. No one-on-one is guarding Brooklyn Felkley.
And Tormashi tried to get in front, tried to get the tip, Josh, but when she was unable to do so, there was no backside help. Easy bucket for Felkley.
Kick out for 3. Ing could not get it to drop Felkley. The rebound. Up ahead, Selly with the deuce in transition. Timeout called. And on a big-time run, the Double A All-Stars find themselves with their first lead and now by 6 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
As we look at our fan cam, it is now time for our Bank North in-game update. As over the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds, the Double A All-Stars on a 14-4 run to give themselves their first lead of the game, coming about with 15 minutes to go in the second half, propelled by some turnovers from the AB side. Then Felkley capitalizes, Austin capitalizes. Those are your 2 leading scorers. They're both over 15 points at this state in the game. Bank North has been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what values-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.bank today. Bank North, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Back to the action, the AB squad trying to find some traction on the offensive side. Their 3-point attack has not been near as solid as last night. They had 16 threes in that game. Tough turnaround from Tormashi, but the glass crash by Martyrdam. Ing somehow got that to go through Felkley's contest.
You can tell exactly where they want to go. Tormashi again right now, trying her best to get in front of Felkley. In terms of just the 6'2" frame, has about the best size to match up with Felkley at 6'3", but so far Felkley is pretty much just saying, I'm going to hit reversal, get my spot, and let's get to work.
Here's Benning, not the one you want to leave open on the double-A side. She's got a pair of threes in both of the contests. She's back at it on defense. Headley working off the dribble. Sees the crowd, kicks out. Martyrdam got the three to go and then took some contact afterwards from Reardon, but it's down to a 1-point game.
First field goal of the second half for Martyrdam, but has 14 large points for the AB All-Stars.
Corner three, Benning, the answer.
I said don't leave her open, Josh, and she showed you why from the previous possession.
Third three of the ball game. That's got all of her 9 points to this point in the game. Martyrdam aggressive attacking and drawing the foul. Reardon there in coverage. But they're going to get Felkley, it looks like.
I think the century mark might be an issue again. We saw, though, if you got to 100, you won yesterday. That was the thing for both the boys and the girls, and might get there again here, Josh.
The pace is certainly there. The fast break opportunities are certainly there. It's what you see in an all-star game.
Mm-hmm.
Wholesale changes coming for both sides. Nice job by AB kind of getting settled back in. Got the lead back down to 1, but that three from Benning was a big one. Martyrdam at the line. 1 for 2. There's been no shortage of free throw attempts for the AB side either, as they had 16 of them at the half, already a few more in this second.
11 of 20 from the free throw line after shooting 8 of 16 in the first half.
Underneath, and Aberley sticks it in reverse to lay it in, a 5-point game. And the answer with Beckman for the three, and it's down to a 2-point game. We're going back and forth. There's a lot of scoring in this one. A takeaway by Azure. Beckman passes up another shot to 3, goes across the lane. Somehow Jensen tracked it down, tried to go to Crockett, but instead Beckman 2 with the roll.
I think the scoring has heated up, Josh, to say the least, in the last 90 seconds.
Yeah, and Beckman's got 5 points on the last 3-point possession. And then off the turnover, converts for 2. Aberley had her pass tipped, and the lay-in for Bergeron. Hard to keep up.
Bergeron now with 6 here in the contest.
Crockett fading, tough shot, tough angle. Beckman fades off the heel. Hadelstad, the offensive rebound, finds Crockett, but couldn't get it to go from in close.
Just hanging out right in front of Riley Simon, Jossie Schiller, a couple of former Lions All-Star basketball series. Beckman's like, you know what? I need a quick little pit stop there on the baseline, Josh.
Yeah, not a bad group of company to be in terms of basketball talent. Aberley with some space, lobs, Roney, the baseline, connection. Beckman, a crossover, gets into the paint, lot of contact, no whistle. The baseline jumper for 2 for Hayden Crockett. And a foul on the far side baseline.
15 different players, Josh, combined have scored in this second half.
I was just getting at that, the amount of scoring from the variety of players. Here's Roney to Aberley. Kackman, 3. Oh, it's all going in right now. Kackman from beyond the arc. That's her third 3. This is what you come to see here. 76-71 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hayden Crockett putting on a nice second half here, and there's that sign once again, glowing gold from across the way here at the Bruin Den. Our scoreboard tonight is brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Visit dhb.bank. Would have been cool if Beckman had banked that shot in.
Right on cue. So far, 33 points in this second half for AA. Josh, 22 in comparison here for AB.
Much closer contest than what we saw in the opening night at Bismarck Legacy. As out of control goes Austin into the paint. Crockett kicks it, and it will trickle out of bounds. She made the right move going towards the middle of the floor, opened up some space, but forgot the ball.
10 turnovers now for AB, 15 for AA in that comparison. But yeah, to your point last night, Josh, it was about a 15, 20-point game, and it just kept getting away from the AA girls, where they just couldn't really have the answer of what we've seen in this second half here tonight.
Sunday makes a midcourt catch. Gives to Aberly, who says, that's enough room, I'm going to bury the triple. That's her first three-point make of the contest. She's got 5 points tonight. Was one of the better performers in night one for the AA side. Crockett goes down, gets helped to her feet by Hattelstad and Sunday.
I like the back cut, though, on the way there for Crockett, and a really good bounce pass as well by Layla Jensen to kind of set that one up, Josh. And Crockett went hard. Keeley really made her earn it, and she'll have to earn it here at the free throw line.
Crockett, a very good free throw shooter, is able to knock that one down, gets it back to a 7-point game as we see everyone switch out for AB, and Crockett will be removed shortly with Eden Hornet coming back in.
$16 on the night now for Crockett, and then the second half, the AB All-Stars 5 of 6 from the free throw line as a team.
A takeaway from Martyrdam working on Reardon. And here comes Fee, the long pass, but it's stolen away by Hammis. Reardon, Sunday with the back cut, but it was taken away nicely. Aberly through the lane, gets called for the travel.
Also a note, 2 timeouts left for AA, so they probably didn't want to burn one of those last two there, Josh, in that possession with still over 9 minutes to play. In comparison, AB with 3 timeouts remaining here in this contest.
Martyrdam with the lefty take and gets the roll. Crossover from Sunday. Lost it, and here's Martyrdam again. Just has a knack for finding the ball. Left open, Tormashi underneath, spins it in.
7-4 Tormashi now here for the Dickinson Trinity product.
AB doing a nice job in transition there. Got the offense set quickly. Benning with a take, one-on-one, going up against Eden Hornet. And a chance to extend back to a 2-possession game if Benning hits both.
And for Benning so far, 5 3-pointers in this Lions All-Star Basketball Series 3 tonight for the St. Mary's products on the way.
Good trip to the line for Benning. 4-point game. Fee looking for somewhere to go, finds Miller. Fee looking for Tormasci, but it's taken away. Aberle with the nice help defense. Reardon survives some contact. 3-on-2. Benning bounce pass, but sprinting back into the defensive transition was the sprinting. Oh my goodness, Martyrdam as we go blinding pace here.
Let's see, 3, 6, 8 turnovers in the half for AB. You have 3, 6, and 8 turnovers in the half for AA, Josh.
Reardon kicks to the corner. Benning, 3, strong. Tormasci the rebound. Sunday able to capitalize on the ill-advised pass, but it's taken away by Martyrdam. She's got a ton of steals just in this second half alone. Hornet thought about the 3, gets it poked away. Hammis guarding on the right side on Miller, works into the mid-range, puts it up off the heel, no good. Rebound Hammis.
This one might be on who can hold on to the ball might win this game.
Sunday, 3, rims out. Tormasci the rebound. Fee the lob pass ahead, catch is made by Miller. Goes to the left wing. Martyrdam, 3, doesn't get the bounce. Jump ball on the rebound. Tormasci was there as well as Benning in coverage.
And pretty much get a near wholesale substitution for both teams. AB with those gold uniforms will make the subs. AA will put 3 new players into the game here, Josh.
Selly, Roney, and Kackman, the 3 entering for AA. A takeaway. Sharing is carrying with the turnovers here tonight. Beckman, a couple strong dribbles, but there's another giveaway. Roney did somehow manage to keep the pivot foot. Selly, the rotation, Kackman. Strong take, and scoops it up and in.
Kackman's a sneaky player of the game contest right now here, Josh. In double digits with 11.
Yeah, if she has a strong close to this game, could be a chance for our Enbridge Energy player of the game. She's made 3 threes. That was her first from 2-point range. Banked in by Headley.
When it's your series, it's your series.
Tough take from Selly. Falls off the rim. Beckman, the rebound, will bring it up for the AB side. And then confidently steps into a 3. No good, hits the tape up top.
Talking about Headley, 9 points in the first half, 8 so far here in the second half. She's hit 1, 2, 3, made 3-pointers here tonight on top of the 4 she hit yesterday. If you maybe had a series MVP, Josh, I think she would put her name in the hat here for the AB All-Stars.
She's got to be around 40 points now for the series total. Timeout called by the AA side. They've got 1 remaining for the final 5:40 now after this. So we'll step aside real quick and come back with the conclusion of this one on yourliveevent.com.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading core tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading core tutor.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance in the glove box has changed to a quick tap to our online app. And as new technologies make farming more efficient, our coverage ensures you're always protected. The way we live and work has changed, but our values, service, and commitment have remained the same. Nodak is constantly evolving to meet your insurance needs and deliver answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Agents with answers.
5:40 to decide this shootout here from the Bruin Den. Double A on top, looking to tie up and finish this series tied. Reardon, a tough take through some traffic. Man, she really has the ability to go with that left hand to the basket.
And all of a sudden, now with 10 points, you see more balance here from Double A, particularly in the second half.
And the answer there from the Adeline Ing there, converting from the in tight range. Pass ahead for Selly, no good.
They had 32 turnovers last night. They're 10 away from that here currently, but a lot of it's been in the second half. 11 in the first, 11 in the second. But for the AB girls, Josh, they have 15. They've had 10 in the second half alone for the AB All-Stars.
Layla Jensen gonna set things up, gets a screen from Beckman, thought about it. Couple bodies go to the ground in the paint. Ing gets up and gets the basket. Her and Grace Thiel were tangling up, but Ing able to play through the physicality and comes out on top that battle.
Yeah, future Black Hills State track and field commit. 3 field goals alone in the second half.
Tough take from Austin, wow. Shielded herself from the block by going reverse and gets 2 more. Back the other way, Jensen going strong to the hoop, draws the whistle.
Really like that spin move. Got her defender in Thiel kind of in an awkward position, able to spin, go to the baseline there for the Hettinger Scranton product. And Jensen, 7 points, 4 rebounds from a night ago, looking to get in the scoring column here this evening, Josh.
If she's able to hit this next one, will be the 12th player to score for AB, which would mean in both games that every player has scored then.
That's what you like if you're the head coaches. Jimmy Howard from Valley City, also Mike Zimmer from Kenmare Bobos. They talked about it last night. You know, they had balanced scoring what they wanted. Trying to do the same here again for all 12.
Gets the bounce to go, and there it is. Layla Jensen becomes scorer number 12. And 22 of the 24 players have scored overall in this game. Selly kicking out. Good fake from Bergeron, gets the blow by, no good, but Felkley there for the cleanup, falls off the rim. Taken away by Thiel. Selly goes to the ground and gets tied up by a pair of defenders. Fee was there with Martyrdam.
Felkley, 15.7 rebounds, has 21 rebounds so far in this Lions All-Star Series.
The AB side could tie with a made field goal here or go ahead with a 3. There's the 3 from Martyrdam, but it is off target. Back tap by Crockett, and then Bergeron lets it trickle out of bounds.
You know, Crockett kind of said, I can't get my hand on it to rebound it, so let's be an outside hitter in volleyball and just decide to smack it.
Thiel with a strong catch on the inbound. Here is Selly. Bounce pass. There's the double on Felkley. Stays calm with it, kicks it out, but they missed Thiel on the left wing. Austin, a tough take, off balance. Rebound Felkley. Trying to be physical down there. Calling back for the ball. They rotate it. Bergeron, but Fee with an excellent closeout. And a big foul there as Crockett knocks down Austin, who will have a chance to extend the lead.
And also killed some clock there, Josh, able to milk it up by 2. You're talking about little possessions now moving forward. And Aiden Crockett's going to say Zoe earned it at the free throw line, where she's 4 of 5 so far here tonight.
Austin very capable of earning those free throws, as she shot it well there throughout the series. Six of 7 there tonight. She also had a pair in Bismarck. Crockett fading in the mid-range, looking like Shea Gilgis-Alexander with the number 2, but she comes up short. Austin the attack ahead of steam, and no whistle to the corner, short for Thiel. Miller for Crockett up ahead, it's tipped, Crockett saves it back in. Azure gets fouled. Broken floor situation, Crockett decided to save that one instead of letting it go out. It leads to the odd man rush staying alive, and Azure will be the beneficiary going to the free throw line, and here comes 5 players to the table for the AB squad.
And Selly will pick up the foul there for the AA All-Stars. Important free throw as well here, Josh, to at least hit the first for Azure to make it now a one-possession game.
Martyrdom and Crockett off the floor now for the AB side. We'll see where the scoring comes from with this lineup. With 2:34 to go, they need to have offense on the floor as Azure does her job, knocks down both free throws. But where is the shot creation and where are the points going to come from? Headley is back on the floor. Austin splitting defenders, thought she was fouled, but it's going to stay AA basketball. And the other lineup still could come back. You still could see Crockett and Martyrdom back on the floor before this thing's over. Felkley through the traffic, lets out a shout, letting him know it's end one.
Picking up the foul is going to be Tormashy right there. Felkley 1 rebound away from another double-double, Josh, 17 and 9, and her teammate in Zoe Austin, very similar numbers here this evening with 20 and 9 here for AA.
And those points and rebounds, they look the same on the stat sheet, but they're coming in very different varieties. Felkley knocks down the free throw. That's her 6th free throw make. 3-point shot right side. That's a big one from Eden Hornet.
Her first 3-pointer of the series.
Back down to a 2-point game. Not exactly where you thought the offense was likely to come from, but Austin with the answer. Back to a 4-point game. 2 minutes to go. Ing, the left-handed drive, got a step and fouled by Benning.
I like the way that Ing has really been aggressive towards the rim here in this second half, Josh. She's got 3 field goals, and she's going to get rewarded with some more free throws here.
Not going to be the top perimeter shooter on this AB side, so she's doing a nice job as a slasher going to the basket. Could not hit the first. And there comes Martyrdom and Crockett. They just got that short breather back into the ball game, along with Headley, Beckman, and Ing. Felkley gets the pass out to Reardon. So now that scoring lineup is out there for the AB side. Austin has had a nice second half. Got blocked away, though. Here comes Crockett in the open floor. Aberly, nice move. Crockett, and one! The hesitation move. Crockett froze the defender and gets the lefty lay to go. Chance to tie at the line.
This could potentially be our first tie since it was 69 apiece at the 11:41 mark, Josh.
What a comeback from this AB squad. Resiliency, and the free throw is there for Crockett.
We also haven't had overtime on your Lions basketball bingo card this series.
90 seconds to go. Tied at 94. Austin, the drive, kick out. Aberly steps into the mid-range. No. Rebound and a foul will end in free throws. It'll be a 1-and-1 upcoming for Sophia Headley.
This one kind of has the making of a football game where you'd say last team to have the possession wins. It has a very similar back and forth feel currently here, Josh.
Your typical Bills versus Chiefs game. 1:20 to go. Headley a chance to recapture the lead, but a miss, and we're playing it live. Strong, and a rebound by Aberlee. No one picks up the ball right away. Kackman, 3, good! Flashes the 3 signal as she is given the lead back to AA. Crockett backing into the post. Too strong. Rebound by AA. Kackman's got it. Back to Aberlee. Austin ahead to Reardon. Mid-range, no. Felkley through the contest, but it was knocked away by Beckman. Headley to the corner. Ing to the baseline. Gets the 2.
A 4-second shot clock to game clock differential. You don't have to be in a hurry here, Josh, if you're AA.
No, definitely not in a hurry, but here comes Austin anyway. Through the traffic, gets fouled, but they only have a chance to get it up to a 3-point game. We'll still stay at 1 possession. But hey, you love an all-star game to see the aggressiveness still there. 22.9 remaining in this one. First free throw, though, lips out. She's had a really nice night at the line. But this one does not go down. It can only go up to a 2-point game. We're going to go right down to the wire. Austin knocks down the second. 20 seconds. Timeout called. And looking to draw up a play. Jimmy Howard and Mike Zimmer will get to work here on the sideline. 19 seconds left. We'll keep it right here. A wild turn of events in this final couple minutes. The AB side, after falling down at the 69 tie mark, struggled to find some offense. The shots have been going down for both sides, though, at a pretty electric pace here in the final few minutes. Both teams nearing that triple-digit mark. But right now, AA on top by 2, and an interesting decision, though. They didn't have to go with a shot right away. Only a 4-second difference between shot and game clock, and they shot only about 10 seconds into it, creating the 2 free throws opportunity for Zoe Austin. Austin has had a nice night leading in scoring. She's got 23 right now unofficially for that AA side. Really balanced effort from both of these teams. Felkley has got 18, Kackman's got 14, Crockett's got 19 back into this game, Martindam's got 12, Headley's got 11. Headley will inbound. Crockett. They go to Beckman. Crockett getting to work. Goes, splits the defense. It doesn't go. Rebound to Felkley and a foul. It almost went down for Hayden Crockett. That would have tied the game with about 10 seconds to go, but instead, a chance to ice this one perhaps for Felkley. 7 seconds and 2 shots, already up 2.
Yeah, we'll see if they maybe call a timeout on this next one, Josh, to set up a play for AB. Felkley's got to make both to make it a 2-possession game.
First one just does rattle in, and can you call a timeout? No, the ice, it doesn't look like they will. For a 2-possession game, absolutely drained. 7 seconds, and now the timeout from the AB side.
What a ball game, though, back and forth in this one, Josh, for both teams to have a chance. Obviously, 7 seconds. You still got one more timeout here, so you need to drop a play, hit a shot with about 2 seconds left, then call the timeout to stop the clock, foul, then hope for live in a prayer, so to speak, from a 3-quarter scored shot and see if you can win the game. If you're AA, hold on to the basketball, a foul's coming, and then hit your free throws.
Yeah, it's all about making a secure 2-hand catch on this inbounds pass, once it does get back to AA, that is. Right now, you're just in go mode, trying to sprint dribble up the floor for AB. Probably setting some sort of backcourt screen if there is any pressure back there, but we haven't seen many purple jerseys in the backcourt. They get there now. No one guarding the inbounder. They go to Crockett. Up to Beckman. Corner three. Short, and that'll do it. The AA team puts up their 100-piece. They win 100-96. Each team gets a win in the series. And what a ball game this was from the Bruin Den. Your final is 100-96 in the girls' game. We'll get to our post-game show and hear from a player from the winning side when we come back. What a ball game it was. And the AA team knots it up after losing by 28 points in game number 1 in Bismarck. They come back to even the series at 1 in the end, 100-96 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard on your live event.
We're back to racing this week at the Norman County Raceway in Ada. The King of the Wings, the MSTS Sprint Cars, the IMCA Sprint Cars, and the NLSA Lightning Sprints all on the track. Thursday night racing, green flag waves at 7 at the Norman County Raceway. Thursday night racing returns with the King of the Wings and the Sprint Cars to the Norman County Raceway in Ada. Thursday night racing. Get tickets and information, ncraceway.com. Back to racing this Thursday night.
Swenson, the 5.
And welcome back here from the Bruin Den as we will get to our ceremony here at midcourt. We'll be handing out some plaques down to our public address announcer, Ben Potter.
Out on the floor to receive your participation award. Number 2, Hayden Crockett from Northern Cass. Number 4, Ashley Martindam, Towner Granville Upham. Number 10, Layla Jensen from Hettinger Scranton. Number 11, Mache Miller from Kenmare. Number 12, Sophia Headley from Bowman County. Number 14, Kira Beckman from Bottineau. Number 21, Eden Hornet from Carrington. Number 22, Nevaeh Tormashi from Dickinson Trinity. Number 23, Addie Ing from Central McLean. Number 24, Kennison Azure from Hatton Northwood. Number 30, Betsy Hadelstead from Shiloh Christian. Number 32, Tori Fee from Devil's Lake. And alternate Scout Woods from Wahpeton High School. The head coaches for the team from Valley City, Jimmy Howard, and from Kenmare, Mike Zimmer. Let's have a round of applause for the AB All-Stars. And now, introducing the winners of tonight's game, the AA All-Stars. Number 0, Keely Sunday from West Fargo Horace. Number 3, Grace Thiel from Fargo North. Number 4, Nora Roney from Fargo Shanley. Number 5, Zoe Austin from Bismarck Century. Number 10, Peyton Bergeron, Grand Forks, Red River. Number 11, Sydney Aberley from Minot High. Number 13, Lauren Reardon, Grand Forks Central. Number 15, Natalie Benning, Bismarck St. Mary's. Number 21, Lauren Selly from Dickinson High. Number 22, Olivia Hammes, Fargo North. Number 23, Caitlin Kackman, West Fargo. And number 34, Brooklyn Felkley, Bismarck Legacy. Head coaches are Shannon Kopus from Mandan High and Matt Veit from Fargo Davies. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for our AA All-Stars.
There you have your A and B and AA All-Stars receiving the plaques for their participation in the 49th Annual Lions All-Star Basketball Series. We'll take a quick break. We'll get to our post-game show, including our awards, and we'll hear from a player from the winning side of the AA All-Stars when we come back.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neelsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
This is Chris from Agassiz Local Precision Planting Dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
And welcome back here to our postgame here for Lions All-Star Basketball. After our 196 final, the AA All-Stars are on top, and they are at the interview net here. So Chase Miller standing by with the AA squad.
Thank you very much, Josh. These interviews brought to you in part by the Hillsborough EDC, a trio from AA, and a 196 win here for the AA All-Stars, hitting at the time, the go-ahead shot for Caitlin Kackman here with the three ball in the second half. Let's just talk about that performance. What's going through your mind late in the second half, hitting that three to give your team the lead?
I was just trailing because I was the safety person, and I was just like, hey, I'm open, so I was screaming trail out of my mind, and then I got the ball and I shot it. So, yeah, I just was super excited for my team, and I was super happy that Sydney Aberly saw me and passed me the ball and got it to me. I was just excited for our team all around.
How fun was it to play with Zoe and Brooklyn and some of the other West girls from across the state and get to know them here this week?
It's really fun. They're all amazing players, and I haven't really gotten the opportunity to play them all, but playing with them was definitely a bonus, and I really enjoyed the time because they're all just such great players.
Brooklyn Felkley from Bismarck Legacy, a double-double performance here tonight. What was it like, the battle for Tormashi? What were you able to do to get her kind of on your hip, so to speak, and to make a good position there on the interior throughout the game?
I think a big thing we talked about earlier this week was focusing on the physicality of AA. So maybe A and B are not used to just the physicality that there tends to be. So I think I wanted to focus on getting her on my back as much as possible, focus on getting Zoe in for her layups because she's really good at driving and getting by. So my job is to make sure that my girl's behind me so she can get the easy layup.
What changed tonight from last night for AA to come out on top?
I think it was a change of mindset, just having fun and enjoying the game instead of worrying so much about just being so amped up, but having fun tonight, just enjoying being with each other at our last high school game.
Zoe, you came out with a downhill mentality. You got the runner going early. What was working in that first half and carrying it over into the second half as well?
Just my teammates getting me the ball and swinging the ball that opens up lanes. So when we swing it and get good ball movement, it helps me to get downhill.
What's the one thing you enjoyed most about the Lions All-Star Basketball Series here through a couple of practices and then obviously these two games?
Definitely the friends I've made. Some of these girls I would have never talked to, and now they're some of my best friends. I love them all so much.
All right, we'll end on this. Same question for all three. We'll start with Zoe. Why should someone want to play in this series and be here for future years to come and a player like you in this position?
It's a really great opportunity. It gets the whole state to see who you really are and how you can play, and then also just the friendships you make. It's one of the most fun weeks of basketball I've ever had. It was so fun.
For me, you watched these games since I was a third grader, and I've always wanted to be one of these girls because I looked up to them, and I hope someone looks up to me now. So I think it's just such a good thing to represent women's basketball, especially women's basketball in North Dakota.
For me, I watched a lot of my older teammates play, and I just never thought that I would ever get to be in this situation and get to play basketball 2 more times again. It was an unforgettable experience and the best time of my life. So.
Again, that is Caitlin Kackman, Brooklyn Felkley, and Zoe Austin joined us here. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
Back to you, Josh.
Thank you, Chase Miller. Those interviews again and brought to you in part by Hillsboro EDC. Hillsboro has great jobs, school, and business and recreation. Raise your family in a nice neighborhood. Lots available to build your dream house with a great location on I-29. There's more at exit 104. Just heard from 3 of the top scorers from here on the AA side tonight. Zoe Austin with 23, Brooklyn Felkley with 20, and 14 for Caitlin Kackman, who had the go-ahead 3 when it was tied at 96 to help ice the win for the AA side, give them a 1-1 tie in the series. It's time for our Agassiz Precision Ag Play of the Game. Your local precision planting dealer is Agassiz Precision Ag in Hillsboro. And we're going to go with that Caitlin Kackman 3 from beyond the arc. It was the go-ahead shot, the game winner for the AA side, Caitlin Kackman from West Fargo. That is your Agassiz Precision Ag Play of the Game. Your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game tonight is going to be Zoe Austin, leading the way with 23 points. Did a nice job running the offense, pacing things from the get-go for the AA side. Less turnovers in this game, more three-point makes in part to some of her playmaking, and she got a lot of open looks created by Brooklyn Felkley. And that is your Hallstatt Telephone Company connection of the game, is the Felkley and Austin duo getting things done. 43 combined points, and a lot of them coming at the free throw line. And the free throw line was a big deciding factor in this game. As AA gets to 100 first, they win and knot up the series at 100-96 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Hallstatt Telephone Company, to discover local reliability that you can trust. Hallstatt Telephone is how to connect. Visit hallstattel.com. Thank you for watching our first half of our presentation here tonight. Shortly coming up, we'll have the boys who are warming up right now, so we'll have that link up and running for you in just a bit here. But on behalf of Chase Miller and Jacob Anderson signing off, I'm Josh Boyko. Thank you for watching the Girls Lions All-Star Basketball 49th Annual Series on YourLiveEvent.com.